Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom,
I am Mike.
and today, Blind Fight Friday. What do we do for Blind Fight Friday? This is where we put sample against sample. We got over, I think, 40 pairs of samples in here. Mike randomly picks two of them. We put, we end up just putting whiskey against whiskey. We'll try to guess type and proof and price and all that stuff just because we're dopes. We used to play a game like that. This one's awful dark, I will say that. But ultimately, it's going to come down to, does whiskey A beat whiskey B or one beat two? That's all. So some of these have been in here from the beginning of time, which we actually had the first one was it last week or the week before, which was kind of neat that it actually finally came out, because we've been wondering if we're going to get a first page one in a while. But some of these are something that you might have suggested. Some of these are something I just dreamt up at one point, and we're like, we'll see how it works. But a lot of fun this way because we have no idea what they could be. It could be, we have all different types of whiskey in here. So it's just fun to do because even though, when you see a bottle, you get that misconception of, oh, I'm going to get this flavor, or I do, you know what I mean? Like right. I automatically think, oh, this, or you think this one should beat this one. This one, we have no idea what we're drinking. So it's just whiskey against whiskey. Oh, I don't hate the smell of this.
Two nicely colored whiskeys.
She's a strong one.
At first glance, when I seen them, I thought we went to Lost Land and Land, but I don't know if it's that new.
It's funny you should say that because it's got a nose. I don't remember if I put those in there
against each other. Would have you done that?
They're both. I would have done that.
They're both. I
100% would have done that. Did I do that already? I do not remember. They are definitely dark. Let's see if they're hot because those are both 140 plus. It has a nice nose though.
Mm-hmm. It's got a different flavor in the middle of that.
Oh, I don't hate any part of that, though.
Yeah, but what's that middle flavor?
Single malt. A good single malt. Not like the one you prepped with.
Just going to say.
No offense.
Nothing like the one I just tried.
That's interesting because it could be that. But the Lost Lantern also brings that because that was also a Mississippi whiskey, I do believe. So it had that dark, rich Texas whiskey taste.
It's got dark, but
I don't know if it has the heat that could possibly bring that.
If I remember, they didn't really drink hot either.
For 140 plus.
But I switched that, and it didn't really light me up.
I will say whatever my first sip was, because I did take a little baby sip because I wasn't sure how hot it was going to be. It was very tasty, and it is still in my mouth.
Yeah, and a very pronounced middle flavor. Which it could go.
I almost get that burnt matchstick. I almost get that on the nose, like that. And you get it on the palate too. Like you almost get that
almost like a burnt residue there.
Mm-hmm. Which a lot of times I get that on a dark rum. Like I get that on the aged rums we get a lot of time.
You definitely get that in the flavor.
Oh no, you 100%. It almost brings that burnt, like that. What the way the match smells like when you first do it, like that sulfur burn there. You get that on the palate for sure.
It is, yeah. What you think it would taste like? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly almost what it tastes.
Yeah, it's what it tastes like in your mouth when you smell it. Like you get that, you get that flavor. That's very good though. I actually like that.
I don't know if it's drinking. I don't know if it's got the heat.
I don't think it has the heat.
I know we said it didn't, but.
But then again, we got a couple of cowboy ones. We got a couple single malts. It's funny that this actually pops up on a Friday because I want to do a single malt Sunday fun day because we've never done one. Look at him make that face. Wow. We've never done one, though.
I hear you.
So I thought it would be something to do. And ironically, I think we're getting, wow, this one almost smells like a rum too. I don't know if I put rums in here.
Remember that a rum tasting like that one though.
Me neither, but
they are pretty dark. You may have. We'll see in a taste on this one.
I think these are the Lost Lanterns, to be honest with you.
There's almost a nut in this one.
This one definitely. I was going to say, I don't think they're hot enough to be the Lost Lanterns.
No, I agree with you.
I do
especially
think
that one. That one seems even lighter than.
I
the first
think
one.
these are going to turn out to be like a. This might. I can't remember. I think this might be that this guy, the Garrison brothers. It's bringing that dark and dank in.
Which one?
In,
The one?
Like this one right here, the Garrison brothers.
know, is that
I'm
one?
thinking. I thought that one brought a lot of that.
This
really
one's bringing
burnt
like a nut.
matchstick. I didn't get a nut as much as there was definitely more of a caramel oak thing going on with this one.
I'll
for
go
sure.
there
Yeah.
as well. It's definitely not the matchstick.
Not. It wasn't as dark and dank as
It
the first
doesn't
one
seem
for
to
sure.
be as hot either.
Neither one of them were crazy hot, anyways. I think they were in the 1-teens. This could be like New Riff. I think I put the New Riff single on, maybe. I don't remember
Was
what I
it
put
that
together.
dark?
It was very delicious. I remember liking it. That's all I can tell you. This could be like maybe a Still Austin. Maybe I put Texas whiskey against Texas whiskey. I don't know.
I don't remember Still Austin being this dark either. I guess you could be.
That's the single barrel, if I use that one. Man, this is going to be tricky. These taste like two different whiskeys for sure.
It definitely tastes like two.
It's
different whiskeys.
more of a bourbon-esque flavor in glass 2, where
Correct.
it's more of the single malt flavor in glass 1,
I'll go with the burnt matchstick.
which is a single. So it's a characteristic to the Texas whiskey single malt. Some of the darker single malts give you that sometimes. Gives me that sometimes. I shouldn't say give you that.
This is
but
very pronounced.
It is definitely pronounced. It
Even
kind of reminds me.
lightly in the nose.
Kind of reminds me of what I remember these same old Moses. If you remember way back when Steve had the same old Moses, the one with the hatchet on it, and you're like, why is there a hatchet? And everyone's welcome but Carrie. She's the one who ran in with the hatchet. She couldn't go in anything anymore. We can knick-knack now anyways. But because that had that again, that's Oklahoma whiskey. You know what I mean? So it's got that Texas whiskey flavor.
I think one is a little hotter, but I definitely like the flavor of 2 way better than 1. Just like you with your black licorice, that stands out. That's very.
It does, but it's so pronounced. I almost like it.
Yeah, you always jump on the weird.
It is so. It's dark and it's rich and it's dirty and there's something about it. I like it. It's
like
everything about it.
It
really is.
It's almost like you just licked that match.
It's almost smoky. It's so.
I don't know if it's called smoky.
I'm
like-
talking like
It's almost like
the
chewing
char.
on. It's like chewing on that end of this.
Yeah,
after it's out,
you
chew
chiseled on a
that.
piece of the char inside and you're just eating it. It's almost like ashtray
You're
smoking.
making your own tobacco.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It is. But I kind of like that darkness somehow. But I do like the caramel creaminess of 2, though. That is absolutely delicious.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost unfair because they're so different amongst each other.
They are definitely different.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I think 1 drinks a little bit hotter. It's definitely pronounced in the matchstick land, but I'm gonna go.
It almost makes 2 taste muted to me, though, because of it. Because it's so dank. The first one's so almost crunchy. Like there's like a texture to it.
Yeah, like chewing on a wrong side of a matchstick. I'm not crazy about that one at all. Hey, can I drink it? Yeah, I'm drinking it, but I don't know if I'd have 2, 3 of these.
Oh, I would.
You would. You
I
drink
would.
You drink that suck tea.
I did. I didn't mind it either.
I know.
It almost reminds me. It almost reminds me of the other few that we did from Steve that had the smoke with the Chicago Fire one. Had that matchstick,
Yeah, but
that had a smoke element to it.
That
This
was
brings
that was more smoky. This one's just matchsticky.
Man, I don't hate that though. I really don't. There is a beautiful brown sugar caramel going on in glass 2, though. I got to give you that.
Yep. 1 may stick around a little bit longer, but it's that rotten taste.
I can't go rotten. I actually enjoy it. In a weird way. I don't know how to describe it. No, I agree.
I'll go back to 2.
This would go back to like someone who sits outside, and not that I've smoked a lot of cigars, but I have in my a couple in my time. I was usually absolutely oblivious at the time, and it's usually just pictures of me, and I don't remember it. But we,
Then you're dizzy as a bastard.
no, I know. I was so drunk, I was dizzy as a bat. I was walking around the Dominican. It didn't matter. I was smoking Cuban cigars, Dominican cigars, trying to figure out which one was better. I didn't know. Fuma. Yeah. Anyways, so this would be one that actually goes with that. Like, I think this would be something. If you're sitting by a
That
fire,
would be
smelling
the
the
ultimate
smoke.
dummy suck night for me. I hate cigars.
People pair whiskey with cigars
I get
all
it.
the time.
I can't stand
That's
them.
like Jeremy Sears, like his main
I
gimmick. When he did it,
I hear that. And, we were just at an outside event
Mhm.
yesterday, and it's always the old goats too, and they just like
Like, we're old goats, just for the record.
no, they're older than us, old goats.
I'm just saying.
and they just
You
plop
got that
down,
foot
like,
in that line already.
right in front of you, and
Oh, yeah.
it's like, and you're gonna take the biggest cigar and just sit there puffing. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You got a whole field, and you gotta sit right here.
I'll go with you. Man, I don't know. I really like both of these. I this is a hard one for me, honestly. I think 2 is more mainstream. No, I know you're gonna go with that. I really like 1. I think 2's more mainstream, and I really like that. But on any
it
given
still
day, to
sticks
me,
around.
I would happily drink 1 also. I actually like that dark, dank.
If we still
flavor.
have that, you're gonna have to have Steve try that.
He would like that, I think.
Yeah, I'll be surprised.
He'll be like that. I would go with 2 though, because I think it's 2 actually has it's absolutely delicious. Whatever 2 is, because it's bringing that like a brown sugar. Oh, I
This
forgot
is
my
older than I
glasses.
thought. Cut his water
373
downstairs.
against 374.
You got a positive, you're in there.
No, they're together, so it won't be that far. All right. Wow. Okay. So I didn't get any of that, but so I have 374, which was the winner today, and this is actually going to go down in the in our new blind. So this is a battle of the single malts on this.
I would have gone.
And so the loser today is the New Riff single malt whiskey at 113.8 proof. We got it for $72.93. And it is dark, it is dank, it is everything I like about a single malt that I've had. And it is.
matchsticky.
And the winner today, and I got 0 out of it, and now that I know what it is, I can actually see that, is the Jack Daniel's single malt at 90 proof. So there was a big difference in the proof.
We
got it for $91.99. And I'll be curious to see, because these were 2 that I was going to put in the blind Sunday. I might have to switch up the blinds now that I wanted to do.
We have to wait a week.
That's what I'm saying, like for a week until we're not
I'll
smart enough to remember.
I'll definitely forget about it.
Because it's when we did the single malt, because I'm not getting any of the Jack Daniel's banana out of this, but it is absolutely delicious. I got to give Glass 2 has that. I said a nice like brown sugar caramel smell.
It's
on
more,
there.
yeah, it's more in that land.
Oh yeah,
and this
100%.
one, it's I don't.
Man, I might have to even leave the New Riff out and go with like the more traditional single malts, because that is a higher proof. I don't know. I'm gonna have to find something to put that.
I
New
definitely
Riff
knew it
against.
was hotter, and then
It's delicious.
but it's. I wouldn't go with
A
the
couple of
delicious
you
land.
said that you weren't sure if you liked the American single malts. If you like that Texas whiskey, like the Balcones, dark, dank, rich, almost matchstick, malty flavor, this New Riff is delicious. And
that brings it to its extreme.
It does, but there was a couple that said that
I
they
almost-
haven't found a good this New Riff single malt.
I think I would lean back towards there's Jack Daniels, or I would even go back to a.
But that would all right. But if you're going to
even
drink one,
Garrison or something.
the New Riff brings you more towards like a Scotch than what this one does.
I don't even want to go Scotchland.
If you go like with
Ardbeg?
Oakdale or Ardbeg, or those are all
But that's-
Scotches.
I know, but that
Or
was
the other one
peat,
that was
but
super peated, but it also had that leather, dark.
I go
rich.
leather, not matchstick.
If you haven't tried the New Riff and you want to give one, I do actually like that one a lot. But
I get the little bottle. Let's try it first.
no, I hear you. It is what it is. I explained
'Cause
what it's going to taste
yeah,
like. If you
because
like
it's-
Texas
it's-
whiskey,
it's definitely gonna
this
stand
brings
out.
you, and it's not Texas because New Riff is what it is. I forget
Right.
even. It's not, but that single malt brings you down there.
You do have the malt, but then
Yeah,
it
yeah.
has like a residue.
I actually love it. I really do. I actually love it. But the Jack Daniels is silky smooth too. That is just sweet, smooth, and absolutely delicious. So Well, there you go. That's Blind Fight Friday. If you want to see a future Blind Fight Friday, leave a comment down below because I will put them in there. And depending on how Mike picks them, it can come out, next week or it can come out in 4 years if we're still around at that time. So there you go. That's our review. That being said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.